Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below. So today we are going to be talking about Dr. Stone, Season 1, Episode 3, and Euzeria finally, after all this time, we'll say, gets unstoned, or reanimated, or unhardened, or however you want to talk about it in this episode. And also Taiju, of course, doesn't confess his love to her. It's only been 3,700 years, but I'm sure we will see that soon enough. We also learned that basically the potion, nitric acid, isn't 100% foolproof, because while it did pretty much thaw out her entire body, for whatever reason, her one big toe was still completely hardened in the rock. But luckily they had some extra lying around, so no big deal there. At this point, this episode, it is kind of a battle of the wits, I guess you would say. Tsukasa, he is extremely strong. He's actually a lot smarter than we initially thought as well. He seems to be a very, very smart man. He can basically track anybody, kind of track things. He has very, very good nature skills, I guess is the best way to say it. He is out there currently in this episode basically killing everybody. He's keeping the children, he's allowing to live, so it's probably going to be like an 18 and under type situation. If you're 18 and under, or look 18 and under, he won't kill you, but if you're over that, he's going to kill you. And that's basically what he is doing, is he is just going around killing people. Senku is like, yeah, he needs to stop doing that. We need to find a way to stop this man. So Senku has divided a plan to basically go to a location in order to get gunpowder. Basically go to a volcano, get sulfur, the active ingredient in gunpowder, in order to make gunpowder, in order to make guns, so that way he can actually stop Tsukasa. We did see a little bit of a fight between Tsukasa and Taiji, and Senku ended up shooting an arrow at him. He friggin' caught the arrow. Like, how do you catch an arrow from a crossbow? Like, the amount of reflexes you gotta have is friggin' crazy. I don't know if any of you guys remember Mythbusters. They actually did this in a myth, and it is extremely hard to catch an arrow. Basically, you have to train yourself to do it, and then you could actually finally do it. But so it is possible, but not very plausible. But that's just to show you how strong this man is. So basically, it is a battle of the wits. It is Senku versus Tsukasa. They are going to be pretty much trying to fight each other, trying to kill each other at this point in time. I'm guessing that's how this season is probably going to end. Senku, obviously, I assume Senku can't die. He's pretty much the main character, one of the two main characters in the show. But you never know. Maybe Tsukasa ends up killing all of them, and then Tsukasa gets his natural free world where all of the city's rules and governments and rich people no longer exist, and they all live in peace and harmony in a utopian society. But obviously we don't know if that's going to happen yet. I've really enjoyed this episode, because basically it was just all these friggin' mind tricks that Senku was trying to play. He even basically kind of destroyed his own home, because he was trying to throw it off, like make it look like him, Taiju, and Euzeria were fighting or something, and then they ran away. But Tsukasa saw directly through that, but he wanted to know why, and that's how he figured out that Senku is going to try to get gunpowder in order to make a weapon that can actually stop Tsukasa and probably kill him, because obviously the only way to stop him from killing other people is if he gets killed himself. They went their separate ways. What I don't understand is, why isn't Senku using the nitric acid to basically revive as many people as possible, get them on his side, because he's the one that revived them, so that way, you know, it's kind of the more the merrier type situation, where it's a numbers game. I mean, he's not going to be able to stop. If you have 100 people, one person isn't theoretically going to be able to stop 100 people. There's no way he's going to have that type of endurance, even if it is an anime, because this is basically more based on real-world applications than it is in a fictional world. But who knows? We'll just have to wait and see till next episode. See if he actually does get his gunpowder. Hopefully he does. And puts a stop to Tsukasa. Honestly, Tsukasa, as much as I hate him, I kind of love him because he's just this kind of cool, badass, taking over this new world. And he is the alpha male. He is the king of the jungle currently. In this world, pretty much, there's not smarts currently that will keep you alive. It is sheer strength and willpower, the ability to get the most food, the ability to protect yourself from vicious animals such as lions, as we saw in the last episode, etc. Usuria really didn't help too much in this episode. The main thing that she did in this episode is bronze, which is kind of cool because basically it's almost impervious to rust. Certain parts of it will rust because what is bronze or brass made out of? I know it's made out of a couple metals where one of the metals rusts, so if it's imperfect in some areas, it'll rust. But they found this huge section and this Buddha statue sitting right in the middle of this field. And then Senku has his little Sussex. And if he knew the latitude and longitude, he'd be able to know exactly where he could go to get the sulfur for the gunpowder. But he didn't know that. So Usuria provided herself extremely useful, knowing exactly where this area was, and the Buddha statue was still there. And then, of course, Senku, being the scientist that he is, tried to go and rip the metal off of the Buddha statue in order to use it for probably his weapons or other scientific purposes. But Taiju did not let him. Taiju beat him up a little bit, held him back. Just to show you how tense Taiju is in this thing, it's pretty hilarious. He was like, I'm not going to fight you to Tsukasa, but you can hit me as much as you want. So basically, he is trying to basically let Tsukasa get out his aggravation on him, and it's worked for him in the past. However, this is not the case, because if he's not going to fight him back, then there's nothing stopping Tsukasa from just like, yes, screw you, I'm going to go walk over here and kill some more people. Even though he doesn't feel that they're people, he feels that they're already dead. Well, when in reality, all these stone statues are very much alive. So we will just have to wait and see what happens in the next episode. Really, really good so far. Highly recommend continually watching this show because it's only going to get better from here, guys. I can guarantee it. It's only going to get better from here. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.